officers have been hurt in riots in Baltimore. The violence comes on a day Freddie Gray, who died in a spinal
as a country, had to do some soul searching. This is not new.
Big up to the so-called Negro. Big up to the so-called Negro Moor. Big up to the so-called Negro Muslim. Big up to the so-called Negro Christian. It is time to go.
No, listen to me. See, you think he's different. You think that the children of the former slave master are different than the former slave master. And that's your problem.
Do that. All right. I'm not operational in this deal. Are you gonna open the door?
Why do you say somebody's not gonna hurt you? People are getting shot by the police.
Oh shit!
Detained right now. You are detained right now, and you need to get out of the vehicle. Get out of the vehicle. The law is you are being detained right now because for a traffic infraction. You are being detained for a traffic infraction. Step out of the vehicle. Ma'am, step out of the vehicle. Step out of the vehicle. If you roll it up on my window.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Get out. Get out of the car right now. Get out of the car right now. Get out. Get out of the car. Get out of the vehicle. Down on the ground. Get down on the ground.
Are you serious? You're crazy.
Are you
Down on the ground.
tired of being put down to the ground?
What did I do?
Are you tired of them busting out your car windows?
A police cruiser was burned. People armed with sticks, bricks, and other weapons.
Everybody gonna learn today. But see, the foot of the master is not only kicking the little man.
You see that? You see that? Did you see that?
Kick him in his chest.
Kick him in his chest.
Are you tired of being kicked in the face?
That don't mean he gotta kick like you on the ground.
You lying, man. I ain't even been around here. You fucking lying. I'm about to tell you. He better tase you, man. Oh my God.
Bro, I got it all, G. I got the whole thing, bro.
Are you tired of being kicked in the face by the police and the government policies and the corporations? Are you tired of having your dreadlocks pulled by the police and the government policies and the corporations? Why are they doing this? Are you tired of them slowing your internet down so you can't let the people see, give the people the info on what you know? Are you tired of having your head slammed on the hood of the police car?
Be quiet so I can catch this shit on camera.
Realize the importance of banding together, and Negroes are banding together.
Banding together in what kind of movements?
Israelite.
They never know what's going on in the Negro community.
The police officers have not moved up here. I think it probably is in their best interest to not try to disrupt this crowd. They're standing their ground a little bit further south of here. So you can see these people are on the top of the car, close to that windshield. Cannot tell. I do not think that this is police on the car or an unmarked police car. I do believe that this is
now they're going after the
now they're attacking a city police car.
Wow. this a action
inside
or
the squad
a
cars to
reaction?
protect themselves. I've been doing this for 5 years. I have not seen anything like this before.
What about the sacred text? 1541. The prophecy for Ketum, Tu Ahu, ruler of the Itzah, came in and conquered us, so-called Hebrews, Israelites, the Mayan, and installed the church, fake Christianity, checks and balances. Mounds were constructed by the heathen, they say. Are you tired of being treated like a rag doll? Are you tired of our children being slaughtered and raped and abused? What about the Black American Handbook? The real identity of the race? For the people called Negro?
They think they're living in a police state and they become hostile toward the policeman.
Maybe you see that, guys? Oh my gosh, he's gonna hurl at police!
How the Negro people lost their ethnic identity, heritage, homeland, ancestry, culture, language, nationality, tremendous wealth from their ancestral civilization.
Yeah, Denise, just like you said, there was somebody that tried to stop him, but...
We are the products of the enemy.
Oh shit, he is beating her up, yo.
Gosh, why?
Todd
Freeway takedown. Driver stunned as a CSP officer repeatedly punches a woman, and now an investigation is underway.
Would give you the impression that he's encouraging the police, rank and file policemen, that to take whatever method or measure is necessary to hold the Negroes in check.
Everybody standing there until I didn't do nothing. I did not sell nothing. Because every time you see me, you want to harass me, you want to stop me, you trying to sell a cigarette. I'm minding my business, officer. I'm minding my business. Please just leave me alone. I told you the last time, please leave me alone. Please don't touch me. Don't touch me. Listen, don't touch me, please. Do not touch me.
R.I.P. to Eric Garner. Garner, isn't that name in the Black American Handbook?
All he did was break up a fight.
Of the ancestral Anasazi indigenous.
This shit is crazy.
R.I.P. to Mike Brown. Brown, isn't that a name in the American Handbook that is of the ancestry of the American indigenous tribes?
You can't breathe.
What about America being the latest and best description of the New World? Conquest of the vast empires of Mexico and Peru. What about the American Holocaust? Italian Michel D. Coon ass nigga was a voyager who talked about the raping of the so-called Negro women at the 2,000 cities in the Grand Canyon, Utah. 1,200,000 acres that ain't even been seen yet. What about the history of the United States? 1603, voyage of King James, Sir Charles, to colonize the copper-colored race in America. How they trampled over our lives until we became a people less than the Creator, less than Israelites, less than Hebrew, less than the Indian, less than the indigenous American copper-colored people. Aren't you tired of being chased down? What about the dumb diverses? 1452 Papal Bull. We grant you kings of Spain and Portugal by these present documents with our apostolic authority, full and free permission to shoot your ass when you get out the car, shoot your ass when you put your hands up, shoot your ass when you say don't shoot. Full and free permission to invade, search out, and capture and subjugate the Saracens and pagans and non-believers and enemies of Christ, the sword, whenever they may, as well as the kingdoms, the duchies, the counties, the principalities, and other property, reduce their person into perpetual servitude. What about the Book of Privileges? Claiming of a new world. Columbus compiled documents that were proof of assets bestowed upon him by the monarchs of Spain. On January 5th, 1502, prior to his fourth final voyage to America, Columbus gathered several judges and notaries in his home in Seville, Spain, to authorize copies, which Isabella and Ferdinando had granted titles, revenues, powers, and privileges to him and his descendants. What descendants? What descendants? What descendants? The real Africans. The real Canaanites.
Where's your ID out here?
These are the documents that irrevocably changed the course of American history. It is a compilation of royal charters, papal letters, and legal wranglings that became the business deal between Columbus and you know who.
They're now firing onto the crowd. Ow! Shit! They're firing rubber bullets. That's right! I got them saying Roman candles. Who gives a fuck? Now fired onto the crowd for a second time.
Who are we?
Violence has erupted.
Where
In the
is
city
our
of Ferguson,
ethnicity?
they are firing.
Where is our
They are
culture?
firing rubber bullets.
Where
and
did our
grenades.
heritage go?
Now they are firing them into the neighborhoods, into the back of people's houses. We will continue to broadcast.
What is the Biblioteca Columbina? What is it? What is it? Positioned in 1453 to 1500. Printed books. Printed Inki Nabalium. Printed Inki Nabalium. That means books and journals. Rare work on the discovery of America. It contains manuscripts written by Christopher Columbus from 1301 to 1502. More than 15,000 volumes of what they did to the so-called Negro.
Hey, police just shot someone. They shot this man in the back. Police just shot Baltimore right up, heading north. Tweet it out, please. Heading north, police just shot someone. It's crazy, yo.
Tired of being treated like shit? You tired of watching your brothers and sisters die in the hands of the policy enforcers, the corporations, the government ordinances?
Baltimore police shot. They shot that man in the back and they're Mason people.
What about the annals of Kasha Quails?
And they're Mason people.
What about the annals?
We'll protest, we're going to protest, but we must be peaceful.
What about the annals of Kasha Quails? About the Mayan migration? The 7 Kichi tribes that called themselves Yakup.
Hey, that boy leg look broke. His leg broke.
Mayan crossed the Red Sea and the descendants of Israel. R.I.P. Freddie Gray.
I can't see him. I don't want to go out there. I don't know what's going on. They're sending.
May you rest in power.
So you think he's yelling help? Yes. Alright, what is your
business in Sazi.
You just heard gunshots? Yes. How many? Just one. Jimmy, get down.
We must have a clear knowledge of what is going on and what will continue to go on. We must have a clear knowledge of where we stand and where we will stand tomorrow.
No black power, no. Will we be misled for the bread? Is it all in your head? Who is the black mobility? And why is the Vatican hiding the secret accounts at the Rothschild Swiss bank and holding companies? Why? No Black Panther.
Fuck the pigs and everybody fuck with them. Fuck the pigs and everybody fuck with them.
No lower energy.
Yeah, the pigs and you ain't real hit up. Yeah, the pigs and you ain't real hit up.
What about thoughts, emerald tablets, supposedly 50,000-year-old? Fallen angels coming down to the earth, zapping us with vibrations, but also describing and matching their identity with the residing inhabitants that were on the earth. And they also mentioned they were going to the land of Kim to holler at the caveman. That's an exploration of the earth by the fallen angels and the voyagers.
Harry Harrison is live in Vineland this afternoon. Harry, I was out there yesterday. This video is a whole lot clearer. What does it reveal?
Well, I'll tell you, first of all,
it revealed us getting our ass whooped, lynched, and killed. For what, though? Why? Why? What must we overstand?
32-year-old Philip White's death this past Tuesday.
Philip White
released this video
White
to NBC
would be a last name and a name that's in the Black American Handbook as an indigenous Anasazi
on the ground.
Who was stripped of his culture and heritage.
And is shocked by his death.
He was a caring person. He always was the type to be there to, to protect you.
We asked Vineland police and Cumberland prosecutors to comment about this new video.
Really don't matter.
No one responded on a day when many offices are closed for good.
What is the American Holocaust? Are we seeing the American Holocaust?
Not connected to the case did comment. I asked the 30-plus-year
Are we seeing the American Holocaust?
Anonymity, he tells us
David Standard, March of the Titans, Manifest Destiny. Are we seeing a manifest destiny?
When he saw one
European expansion on the invasion across the globe. Are we seeing an invasion?
In other news, Barack Obama is an illegal president. At least that's what a Maryland KKK group thinks, and they're trying to do something about it. The Confederate White Knights of Maryland are meeting tomorrow in a government building in Cecil County, Maryland, to discuss plans to impeach President Obama. Imperial Wizard Richard Preston, leader of the group, told a local paper that Barack Hussein Obama is an illegal president. He needs to be removed from office. We also want Obamacare shut down. It's against citizens' rights. The FBI has already notified Maryland State Police about the meeting and what to expect at it. Joining me now to talk more about tomorrow's meeting and the motivation for it is Richard Preston, Imperial Wizard of the...
So this made in America Negro has hope that America's going to change. Because change is always happening, change is inevitable. Surely America can change. Si se puede? Yes, we can. So our great president ran on change, was elected because he promised change. But how could he bring about change unless he destroyed the system that produced the evil that he wanted to change? So, my young political brothers and sisters, you want to be mayor, that's noble, really it's noble. But I don't think you thought that through. Most of us that want to be something, it's really for kind of sort of, I want to shine. Not that I know what the hell I'm doing, but just let me shine. Call me Mr. Mayor, even though I can't effectively run the office. Call me Mr. President, but surround me with those who will misguide me.
Is this happening everywhere?
And I don't have the power to resist the influence.
Is this lynching happening everywhere? Is the brutality against the Negro, so-called, happening everywhere? Is the lynching of the so-called Negro happening everywhere? Is this happening in the UK? Is this happening in Japan? Big ups to my so-called Negroes in Japan. Big ups to my so-called Negroes in the UK. Big up to my so-called Negroes in the Netherlands. Is this happening all over the world? What must we do? That's the million-dollar question. What must we do? We must put foot to action. We must put foot to action. And what is putting foot to action? What is putting foot to action? Jay Stu, where are you? Why did you leave? Is what we seen the last 15 minutes worth leaving? Not leaving the Americas, not leaving where you are indigenous to, leaving the concrete jungle where you have been minimized, where you have been assassinated, where you have been downgraded to the lowest form of electricity that there is, brought to you by your fallen angels and the 440 electrical vibes that are going through your speakers. Now on the real, that are going through your airwaves. Thank you for listening to the local 440 Hertz. 440 Hertz energy, giving you the lowest grade of energy that you could possibly be. So you will rob, steal, and kill in the name of your will. And this is real, is real. What must we do? What must we do? Has anyone ever done it? Has anyone ever done it? That is the question of today. Has anyone ever done it? Jay Stu, where is you, man? Jay Stizu. Big ups to my brethren that are making everything possible. Making the creator, hair, vision come to light. So forgive me if I bore you, but I'm looking for the first free man, Jay Stu. Big up to my brethren, King Drop, getting to the root of it all, Jay Stu, Camilla, A. Davis, where you at? Y'all ready for this sit down? Are y'all ready for this sit down? Are y'all ready to address some real issues? Are you ready to get this bread up? What is the bread for? The bread is to eat. The bread is for the meek. And we shall inherit the earth, or at least you will, from this inheritance. Okay, on the real. We love you, Jay Stu and Camilla. We love you for taking the initiative, for not allowing the fear of any dangers to hold you back, for not allowing the system to hold you back. We really commend you, and we have your total support. 1,000%, infinite percent, infinite percent. Okay, my computer running a little slow, like always. It's time to upgrade or grade up. Like we said, man, before, this is not going to be lasting long. We don't know where the YouTube, when is it, how it's going to last. So enjoy this wave while you can. And I have to plug the Drop Nation, 432 Nation, because that's where our outlets will be transferring to. That's where our uploads will be transferring to also. In the case of any disparities through your local governmental internet channels. All right. So my shit running a little slow, y'all, so forgive me. It's not putting me on to my man. I don't know why. All right, so give me 1 second. Bear with me for a minute. But I mean, you know, we already know about the Charleston shooting, the New York shooting, the Texas shooting. They're planting guns on our persons. They're planting dope on our persons. They putting weapons in our car. Like, man, it's crazy how my shit not working. But today, you know, we're gonna read a little bit. I think I'm gonna read the Maccabees, the Book of Maccabees. Read them. I'm gonna read you a little bit out of that. See if we can bob and weave. And like, at the end of the day, look, we don't know anything. Y'all gotta remember that. We don't know anything, man. I mean, nobody's having a who know the most contest. Because at the end of the day, will it set you free? You understand? It's all about action. It's all about action. It's not about what book you read. It's not about what paper you sign. It's about action, okay? So J Stu, I'm looking for you, man. Where you at, bruh? But I talked to my brother J Stu and his loved one Camilla, his wife. And as a matter of fact, while we getting this, trying to get this computer thing going right, man, but you know, these are the, you know, these are the fallen angels' tools. You understand? So we ain't gonna let it get us upset. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna wait for it to work, and if it don't work, I'm gonna just, you know what I'm saying, hit you over the head with some real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I always do. Okay? So this is for all of you that wants to show the support to our brethren and our sister J Stu. I was going to give you his number, but he said that he's been having trolls calling him. And you all know what trolls are, right? Trolls is the ones to call you or to find you or to get in touch with you to tell you that, to convince you to do not what is righteous. Trolls are the ones who go through up and down small crawl spaces to find you, to tell you that what you're doing is wrong. Or that they got a better plan. Okay? So, I have to troll screen. So I was going to give you J Stu's number, but I can't. Even though there is no amount of hateration that can block this energy. But I want my brethren and my sister to be able to be in a serene environment and continue to stay there in the serene environment. So I don't need no troll chasing man. So therefore, if you would like to reach J Stu and his wife, just to ask questions about nature, ask questions about their experience, just to get an insight on the land, just let me know. Hit me on the, whatever you call it, not the inbox or in the comments, or, let me know. Let me know who you are. Let me know that you're interested in talking to him and breaking bread with him and getting some type of knowledge or giving him some type of inspiration. You understand? Because that's what we need. My brethren is with the Creator, so he don't need no negative, devious interruptions. So if it's true to your heart and you would like to reach out and touch J Stu and his family, just hit me in the comments with your information. And if your energy is right, if you come in that 432 vibration, I'll feel your electricity. Okay? And I'll give you his number. I'll give you his number so you can keep in contact with him and be his wall. If you want to support and you want to be his wall, then let's get down. Okay? It's one love, it's one creator. Hey, hey, I love you all. All right, so you guys know, for the heading home donations, Drop Nation heading home, go to the 432 Drop Nation. I already showed you how to do that. Please donate. Please donate. This is for J Stu. This is for any of the families, and I know it's more than one that will be going out to Utah to meet up with J Stu and his family. I know it's more than one that is ready to get away from the shit we just seen. Okay? So, since it's not responding, I'm going to go to, we're going to go on over to the Book of Maccabees. I want to just get some bob and weave, and maybe I'll find something in here to hit you over the head with. And but I feel I will. So J Stu and his family just posted a new video. You can go to King Drop page to check that out. We need you to subscribe to my brethren, J Stu, okay? Subscribe to his page. See what he's doing, man. He's showing you the land. He's showing you how peaceful the animals are. He's showing you the different plants. You know, they're photographers. So they're taking beautiful pictures. Beautiful pictures. Okay? So let me just show you what his channel look like, because you need to subscribe. Okay? He's showing you something you can't get. So you need to subscribe. You understand? So you can feel the realness. You can feel the electricity. This is J Stu's page. Okay? Him and his beautiful family. My brother, you are beautiful. Okay? And I'm not talking about on the outside. I mean on the inside, my brother. You understand? So let me give you a little bit of his Here. Give you a little bit of the Zion National Park, man. It's very beautiful. It's very beautiful, peaceful, and serene. Only the Creator knows. Only the Creator knows. But I'm just going to give you a little bit of that. Hit you over the head with today's Utah. These are the canyons. Okay. Just a couple minutes of that. While y'all checking that out, look at the trees. Look at the mountains. For we are coming home. Like I said, I'm having internet difficulties. But y'all check that out. I'm going to go to Maccabees real quick so I can prep and have y'all ready. And what King say? If they don't know who we is, how they know who we ain't? Oh yeah, King, I'm waiting on my shirt, man. Appreciate it. Right. Okay, the 4th book of Maccabees is what we'll be checking out. Getting a little bit into today, the 4th book of Maccabees. This is also one of the books that it is in the Forgotten Books of Eden. And so, you know, are we going to get into that? The Maccabees? Let me check it out. 177. 177. Okay, 177. 177. Oh, my brothers, look at that. I've never seen anything like it in my life. I've never seen anything like it in my life. Don't you agree? It must be heaven. Now, subscribe to my brethren, to our brethren. Subscribe to our brethren. Drop him a note. Let him know that you are with him. Let him know that you support him and his family. Let him know you support this drop nation going home. Okay? And it's no secret. When you show your love, your names will be read. You know, it's not to boast or brag about who's who, but it's to let the family know who's who. You understand? So they might see your name come across a video in the comments. If they know that you're part of this nation, this new nation of the new world, you know, it goes a little easier. So thank you all for what you're doing. I really appreciate everyone accredited effort to find the indigenous truth. So J Stu, hold tight, baby. We coming. All right. So I'm gonna let that play in its to its entirety, just so I can look over and look at those trees, and look at those trees, and look at those trees, and look at that water as it runs through a natural flow. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful green. Wow. Okay, so like we said, we're getting into this, back into here, page 177. We're going to get into the 4th book of Maccabees. I'm skipping a little bit ahead. We have the Odes of Solomon, the Psalms of Solomon, you know. But I found, I think the 4th book of Maccabees is very interesting. So let's go away as we try to bob and weave. Be careful, don't hit your head, okay? All right. So I wish I could have just went to the all right, so allow me to read to you tonight. All right. Shabbat Shema, Shabbat Shalom. But after what we seen, where is the peace? Okay? It's peace between me and you. For I am not your enemy. Okay? Stop thinking you so smart. Drop the pride. We don't know anything. We don't know nothing. All I know is I'm not your enemy. You understand? If we are on the same vibration, how can we be? Okay? So this book is like a fearful peal of thunder echoing out of the dim horrors of ancient tyranny. It is a chapter based on the persecution by the Antioch, the tyrant of Syria, whom some call Epiphans, the madam. Roman history of the first century's records to such tyrants, the other, Caligula, the second brilliant madam. Okay? And if you look up Caligula, so what they're saying, there was two tyrannies. Okay? From the Antiochs, the tyrant of Syria, and then from the Epiphans, the madam. Roman history of the first centuries records two such tyrants, the other called Caligula, the second brilliant madam. And when I look up Caligula, it leads me back to Julius Caesar. But I mean, what, man, you know, it's a couple Julius Caesars, but this is Gaius, Julius Caesar. The form of this writing is that of an oration. So carefully timed are the risings and fallings of the speech. So devastating are its arguments. So unfaltering is its logic. So deep its thrust, so cool its reasoning, that it takes its place as a sample of the sheerest eloquence. Whatever. The keynote is courage. Courage is the keynote. The writer begins with the impassioned statement of the philosophy of inspired reason. We like to think of the 20th century as the age of reason and contrast it with the age of myths. Yet a writing such as this is a challenge to such an assumption. We find a writer who probably belonged to the first century before the Christian era stating a clear-cut philosophy of reason. Stating a clear-cut of philosophy and reason. Okay, we got some shit that ain't working. Excuse me 1 second. All right, but hopefully my battery done powered down, but I hope it continues to do what I need it to do. Okay. I don't know what's going on. Let me turn this light on once. Maybe it'll kick in, but hey, let's do it. Did y'all just see my drawers? I hope not. You know, I'm here laying low. I'm in the crib. We're intimate right now. So I'm in my drawers right now, hitting you over the head with some real shit. So understand I'm at my humblest hour, okay? So forgive me if I expose myself to cut the power on, okay? But I'm hitting you over the head. Rain, sleet, or snow. So have compassion with me. But let me hurry up. Okay, the settings of the observation in the torture chambers is unrelenting. On our modern ears attuned to gentle things, it strikes appallingly. The details of the successful tortures suggested the instruments of the Spanish Inquisition centuries later. Okay, the details of the successive tortures suggesting the instruments of Spanish Inquisition centuries later are elaborated in a way shocking to our taste. Even the emerge of the story. Listen, fuck all that. The ancient fathers of Christian church carefully preserved this book. We have it from a Syrian translation as a work of high moral value and teachings, and it was undoubtedly familiar to many of the early Christian martyrs who were aroused to the pitch of the martyrdom by reading it. Okay. An outline of the philosophy from the ancient times concerning the inspired reason civilizations has never achieved higher thought. A discussion of repressions. Verse 48 sums of the whole philosophy of mankind. All right. Philosophical, in the highest degree, is the question I propose to discuss. Namely, whether the inspired reason is the supreme ruler over the passions. You hear that? The inspired reason is supreme ruler over the passion. What is your reason? What is your reason to enslave me? What is your reason to cut my head off, to see the blood and allow the blood to run down my body and, of course, onto the ground, into the cracks of the dirt? What is your reason? For it is not only is the subject generally necessary as a branch of knowledge, but it includes the praise of the greatest of virtues, whereby I mean self-control. Can I detain my passions? And what's the reason for this passion? This is to say, if reason is proved to control the passions, adverse to the temperance, gluttony, and lust, it is also clearly shown to be lord over passions, like malevolence, opposed to justice, and over those oppressed to manliness, over those opposed to manliness, namely rage and pain and fear. Do we distinct manliness with rage, pain, and fear? I don't. But some may ask, if the reason is master of passions, why does it not control forgetfulness and ignorance, their object being to cast ridicule? The answer is that reason is not master over defects inhering in the mind itself, but over the passions or moral defects that are adverse to injustice and manliness and temperance and judgment. And its action in their case is not to extirpate the passions, but to enable us to resist them successfully. Man, that's beautiful. Resistance over passion. Meaning that, do I have a passion to get drunk? Do I have a passion to beat another man or another woman? Do I have a passion to hurt the one I love? Do I have a passion for rape? Do I have a passion to steal, kill, pillage? Do I have a passion to deprive another people? Do I have a passion? Do I have a passion to follow Satan? These are the questions that we must ask. I could bring before you many examples, drawn from various sources, where reason has proved itself master over the passions. But the best instance by far that I can give is the noble conduct of those who died for the sake of virtue. I could bring before you many examples, drawing from various sources, where reason has proved itself master over passions. But the best instance by far that I can give is the noble conduct of those who died for the sake of virtue. Who was that? Well, Here it says, Eleazar and the 7 brethren and the mother. Do we know that story? That's a beautiful story. And, you know, my hour goes so fast. I can't wait to come to a place where there is no time. There are no days of the week. Only one day we would know is the Sabbath. Meaning at least one day, rest for what the Creator has done. Shabbat! Rest for what the Creator has done. Show homage for what the Creator has done. And master your reason. Okay? Eleazar and the 7 brethren and the mother, they went through some vigorous, slaughter. And at the end prevailed to where there was no end. Prevailed for the Creator. Hey. They prevailed by showing the Romans who slaughtered them that we don't feel a thing. Because what the Creator has to offer me is more glorious than any torture you can wrath upon me. How many of you feel like that? How many of you feel like there's nothing you can do to me? Now that I know the energy of the Creator, now that I'm fully aware, now that I understand the energy of the Creator, I do away with all these names that you give me. For we are the nameless. Because it's not about a name. It's about the vibration. How do you vibrate? If I'm standing right here in my own place, you come, you walk up to me. Before you even speak to me, I can feel your energy. You understand? Once you put the bullshit down, you will be able to use your senses. I can feel your energy. And if you're not in front of me, and you're talking to me, or you're typing words to me, there's also energy that comes through words. There's also energy that comes through the vibration of your tone when you speak. So therefore, tread light, carry a big stick. And let that stick be your staff. But don't let that stick become a graven image. Because there's a thin line between order and chaos. So I love you all. Steadfast. And I'm going to come back, and we're going to read more into the Eleazar and the 7 brethren and their mother. And we're going to see what they went through. Let's bob and weave. I love you. one God, one creator.